Three. Welcome back to the 19th Fairway Show. Should be joined by G momentarily, but we got Will Dog, myself, and Mr. Joe. We've got a great story coming right up for that. But we are to the last and final regular season event, the Wyndham Championship, coming off the Rocket Mortgage, where Tony Finau has won back-to-back times now, coming into the FedEx Cup playoffs hot. Maybe we'll never lose again. We'll have to see. But we have the Wyndham Championship, the final event where players will be vying to get into the FedEx Cup playoffs. Again, bubble watch. We're going to be having that ticker up on the scoreboard, I'm sure, looking at where they stand in the FedEx Cup, what their projected rankings are. Top 125 will be in for that first event, the FedEx St. Jude down in Memphis. But here we are. We're in Greensboro or Greater Greensboro area, Sedgefield Country Club for the Wyndham Championship. But before we get into our picks, we got a little story from an exquisite round of golf for our very own Mr. Joe.
Wow. I love that word, exquisite. It really was exquisite. There's really two, bad holes, and they were the first two holes, bogey, and went on to go 5 under through the last 16 holes to a 69, just the lowest round of the career, and played it at a tributed course, no pun intended. That's the name of the course, Tribute. It's tributed after all of the European courses. 1, 17, and 18 are all tributed after the first, and 18 are tributed after the old course, 1 and 8, and then the road hole is 17. And yeah, little recap there. Had a clutch up on 16. I had a slippery downhill left to righter. And I'm in Texas, so the greens are just firm and absolutely blitzing right now. And had probably a 5-6 footer down the hill for par, and nailed that. And then 17, I sailed the green over the bunker that Cam Smith had to putt up, and had just a nasty chip, and really was nervy over that one, and stuck it to a tap in, and almost drove the green on 18, and got the 69, and just on cloud 9, and just so excited that happened. And yeah, really, it's really weird just shooting really low. It's just like, all the boys are congratulating you, but I hadn't. My previous lowest round was a 2 over 73 on a par 71, and to beat that by 4 is just crazy to me. I guess I have that in me, but I never thought I had that in me. It was just sort of happened, and it sort of materialized over the course of the round, and the energy was great. I love the guys that I was playing with. I played with my uncle Mark and 2 of his buddies, and the energy was at an all-time high when we figured that, when I birdied 15, it was sort of like, holy crap, the 60s are in play now. And it was just, yeah, it was wild. And yeah, super fun.
Dude, you got it done. I mean, around in the 60s, 3 under par at a tribute golf course, full length. I mean, this was just a spectacular round of golf for you. I'm still shocked, but I know you could do it. As things were going right, you were rolling the rock, obviously with 5 birdies in your last 16 holes at least. So really well done. Congratulations, Mr. Joe. Lowest round in this group maybe ever. I think it has to be. So awesome to set that as the bar for us all to go out and chase, and we're going to be coming for you. But for now, you got that number at 69.
I hope it's beaten. I hope I can share this feeling with you boys.
Well, we got G, who just joined us and shooting a 1 over par 36 this afternoon. I mean, things are happening. Things are definitely happening.
Yeah. All I got to say is when that new TSR gets in the bag, I'm also playing with a cracked face PXG driver. I think it's over. I think I'm averaging like 380 off the tee. Probably putting 90% from 10 feet. No, I don't know. It was a good round. It was a good round today. Like I said, driver was working. That's key for my rounds. Hopefully that's not the case in the future, but we were happy.
For those of you who are unaware, ultimate goal, I maybe said I could do it. Might have been speaking out of tongue, but 90% from 10 feet would be just incredible. And, hey, if I can become a robot, maybe it'll happen someday. But with the TSR driver, I could definitely see being deadly out there. He's already got like more than Bryson swing speed. I think he's averaging about 212, 100 miles an hour faster than the average bear. So good for Mr. G. And he's got that low bullet that will easily run up at 380. But Will Dog, you've had
not
some low runs
anymore.
on there too. No,
not anymore. No. My drives have been high.
Skyball?
My misses have been skyball fades today. I was like,
Wow.
okay, really? That's like really where we're going. But yeah, with the TSR, I'm hoping for perfect trajectory, probably like 90 degrees to perfect fallout, average 300 with like roll out of 350. Dan did have a 390-yard drive today on 9, which was decent.
So what is 9? What kind of hole is 9?
Dogleg left. So if you get over the crest, which is about 260, it'll run down to probably like the 390 area, give or take. But like, it's not easy. There's bunkers, there's trees, right? You basically have to hit it perfectly. But yeah, him and JP nailed it.
Is your
Early
driver
August.
face actually cracked?
Yeah, it is. So the connector line where the face meets like the body of the driver, like where it's planted, like that top line, from basically like a quarter inch in all the way like across to a quarter inch of the other side is cracked all along the face. It's not affecting it in any way. It's making a weird sound, but
It's illegal,
not,
bro.
it's not like I'm losing distance or anything off it, but
Can't
yeah,
use a broken club, so none of your scores count. You lose everything.
yeah, that's a good point. I'll probably just like give up and never play golf again.
No, we need you to bet, or I do. I posted the 69 and my handicap dropped like 2 whole points.
I know.
Dude, but how annoying is that when like, obviously as golfers, right? Like all we do nonstop, even if we admit it or not, is we spend half our day looking at golf shit. Golf cleats, wedges, new irons, even though you might have bought new irons, new driver. I've finally come to the point, my GPS watch just broke. I'm like, all right, I need a rangefinder. My driver just broke. I need a driver, but the driver hasn't come out yet. And I prioritized the driver over the rangefinder. And now I'm like, okay, I have things to buy, but do I really want to spend $500 a piece on these items? Like, it's just a funny game we play. Like, I obviously would love to spend the money, but like, $1,000 on a rangefinder and a driver, like, wow, probably could be put to a little better use.
You can get a good deal on a rangefinder that works just fine. I mean, shoot the target.
I'm getting the Bushnell XE Tour that now incorporates weather into the slope.
Are you actually?
Yes, that's the one I'm gonna get if I freaking buy one. I'm
no
also
more watch.
Well, you could buy like a Garmin watch that's the same price, but you don't get, the slope features, the direct pinpoint accuracy. Like,
Yeah.
I like the watch aspect, but like, you get more bang for your buck if I'm gonna get a rangefinder. And I'm to the point where like, might as well do it, especially if Joe's shooting 69.
I mean, at this point, you got to get a rangefinder that goes to the second decimal place.
No, this goes to the third.
Hundreds? Wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting it.
Actually, that'd be thousands, wouldn't it? My math's a little off.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But I'd rather get the driver, obviously, over a rangefinder. And then the Garmin R10 launch monitor is now in stores. And like, you can go pick that up for $600. Just saying. Turns a fun range session into basically a simulator.
There you go. Flight scope.
Oh, way better.
Well, G's got all his gifts lined up past Christmas. So we know what's coming down the line for that.
Straight
No
up.
gifts. Papa G buys them for himself. It's Christmas
Yeah.
every day around here.
It's a gift to yourself, G.
Always. All right, continue on with other conversation. I'll get product updates in a sec.
Willie, what's the latest with you? You going back up to Tahoe? You playing at altitude? What's going on?
Was last weekend, was going low. But not sure where I'll be playing next. Maybe sea level, maybe up in the altitude. But either way, handicaps like Joe, just getting low. Shooting mostly in the 70s lately. So game's looking nice.
I think you brought up the best point in a while, and I really want to see this group go out and do a 4-man scramble and just see what we can do.
Yeah, we're
I'm
going
loving our chances.
18 under, probably.
At least.
Oh,
I mean, Joe and I shot 57 when we did a 4-man scramble to win.
That is right. That is so fun.
Was that in Reno?
Yeah,
So awesome.
That's a low.
What was the course?
it was at Wolf Run, just outside of
Wolf
Reno.
Run. Amazing.
we
Yeah,
could go lower than that.
I think we could, honestly.
Easy.
Good
We
thing-
got 56 in the bag.
Probably easily like 54. I mean, 18 under.
I'd be pissed if we didn't birdie a hole. It'd probably come on a par 3.
Yeah, but I still think we got that. And then we're at least eagling 2 of the 4 par 5s.
But we need to shoot. I mean, granted, we can make up in other aspects, but I hold out on a par 4 eagle. So that is that. If we, are gonna do that, that's sort of lucky.
Shit happens.
That
Yeah,
was the second eagle hole for Joe. He drained a long putt on the 8th hole, and then on the 10th or 11th, the par 4 that he holed out. So 2 eagles in a matter of 3 or 4 holes. Unreal.
Not bad.
We were loving it that day, but I definitely want to see us take on a nice little scramble and see what we can do, because I got high expectations for this group. That's for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Matters where we're playing. We got to think of that. Update coming soon on our next location. We will be contemplating as much as possible until we get one locked in. But we do have the Wyndham Championship, unless we have any other updates, this is the last regular season event. So open up the floor. Any topics or anything you guys want to talk about? All ears.
Dude, shout out Big Tone.
Absolutely.
Disrespect was on his name for a minute, and he a couple back-to-back wins. That's the only player to do that this season, right?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. As far as I know, hasn't been any back-to-back champions. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real. I called it out earlier, and I said it because I had heard it, but Tony might never lose again. He was playing in these events, the Rocket Mortgage and the 3M Open, where it's not the full field. You don't have all the big names there, but you do have guys that are fighting for a chance to retain their PGA Tour card, make it in the FedEx Cup points. There's guys that are fighting, and Tony went out and took advantage both times, and he's got the dub. He's the one walking away with the trophy. You can't fault that by any means.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I pretty much called it. I mean, I picked him first right after he won the week before. So knew this was coming, knew the course was good for him. Pretty easy call, honestly. I don't know how you guys didn't figure that one out.
Yeah, you picked him third, and I had the 4th pick, so it was easy for me to still root for him because I didn't have an opportunity to pick him, so I was still pumped. But Cantlay, who I got 4th overall, T2 at -19. Unfortunately, McNeely and Hardy both missed the cut for me, and I ended up in last place. So I will be having the first pick tonight for the last regular season event. Update on the standings. I've got 95. Joe is at 86.5. Willie 75.5, and G at Mr. Joe's 69.
Hey.
He pulled up the rear. Does our season-long thing go through the end of the playoffs?
It goes through the FedEx Cup playoffs. So
Yeah.
last regular season event, see where we're standing going in. I looked last year. We didn't do anything different points wise. All the playoffs were still worth 5-3-1-0. I can double check, but I think we did 4 players for the playoffs. Anybody have objections to that or want to do anything different?
No, should
No.
be pretty good fields.
Definitely.
All
Joe,
right.
you okay with it?
I'm okay. Ain't nothing bothering me after 69.
Oh yes, indeed. Well,
I
I
feel you.
definitely feel that. Well, let's just get right into this then. 3 picks for the Wyndham Championship. We're going with myself kicking things off. Let's give a little bit of history. We've got Sedgefield, North Carolina, Greater Greensboro area. This dates back to 1938, where Sam Snead won it for the first time, and he went on to win 7 more times. His winning year span was from 1938 until 1965. He was in his 50s, I think. Let's see, he was 52 years old when he won that 1965, what is now the Wyndham Open or Wyndham Championship. So he's the oldest player to win a PGA event, and that record still stands today. Phil was pretty close at the PGA. I think he was 50 years old for that. Maybe Tiger will do it in a few more years. We'll see. But no one has won more than 3 besides Sam Snead with his 8. Davis Love has won it 3 times. And I want to point out that this is it's in the North Carolina area. So this is near where we were going to see the President's Cup this year at Quail Hollow. So, Webb Simpson, who is playing in this event, he's a local to the area, and he is named an assistant captain. Having that local knowledge will probably help there. Really excited for the President's Cup, but don't want to get too much into that now because we'll have plenty more on that later. But just a little bit of brief history that I could find on the Wyndham Championship dating back to 1938. And Sam Snead, kind of the flagship winner or champion of this event. So without further ado, we are getting into these picks. And I'm going to come off the top with Willie Z, Zalatoris, the odds-on favorite. Right off the bat.
Wow.
Wait, how is he the odds-on favorite, D? Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you think Vegas looks at the power rankings, dude?
Well, I mean, I think they should at least consider it.
What do the power rankings have?
Damn, should I do Ju Young Kim or Siwoo Kim?
Kim.
Oh, we got the 10-minute warning right there.
Yeah, negative. All right. Really don't want to bet on him, nor do I want to pick him because he's a big head case. So big redemption moment for the boy, Billy Horschel, Florida Gator guy. Let's see what he can do.
You said you were never taking him again. He was on your ban list. This is like Joe with Rory.
It's like the last
commitments
pick of the
mean nothing.
season. What is this tournament called? Like the Garbage Man Central? Like the Wyndham? Like, come on.
All right. So you're not allowed to pick him in the FedEx Cup playoffs?
No.
All right, I guess that means
and I won't.
It's me. And I'm going with my boy Sung Jae. Kind of hasn't been on as many leaderboards as he has been the past couple years, but I feel like he's been playing well recently. So expecting a big week out of him.
I like that. I don't know. I always don't know. I always have a pick that's ready to go, and then I just fucking second guess myself all the time. But I'm going with Russell Henley. I'm going just in order of the power rankings. I'm trusting them with this pick, and then I'm going gut picks after this. But Russell, he's been playing nice, sneaky, top 10s, and hopefully he does the same this week.
I'm going to keep it rolling, not waste too much time. A name that G had mentioned a moment ago. Believe he finished top 5. I know he was right up there at the top of the leaderboard last week, playing well. One of my favorites that I don't always pick or don't get to, Siwoo Kim.
Siwoo played nice last week.
Taking the hot hand.
Siwoo can go low.
For sure.
And really high. I'm going Mr. Lowry himself.
Shane Lowry.
That was the knee.
My OG Tiger cleats in your background, Joe. Nice.
Going with the all-time earnings leader and the at this tournament, and someone who's on the FedEx Cup bubble, so needs to play well. That's Webb Simpson.
Webb, the local boy.
I love that. of that strategy right there. Will Dog needs to play well to get into FedEx, so he's taking this serious. And I'm going with gosh. I said I'm going gut picks. I'm going Shane Lowry.
He's already taken by Mr. G.
Oh my gosh, Joe.
Way. Dang it. Wow. All right, my second gut pick gonna be Kiz.
Oh, I love that shit. I'm so happy because I did that the last time on the podcast. So, thanks, Joe.
What'd you say, Gary? Did you say something about him, or did you just sneak
No,
it in?
I just picked him, and then you picked him, and previously I picked someone right after someone else picked them.
No, I know, but did you say anything about him? I feel like I would have.
I mean, no, not really.
All right.
Okay.
Next time, description. So here you. Here it's Lowry.
Speaking of, Jimbo's calling me right now. Fun fact is Jimbo's playing Whistling Straits in 2 weeks.
Oh wow!
Look and he was just playing Martis.
Yeah, he was just playing Martis with the new golf bag I got him, so he better be extra drippy. But he's been taking golf tech lessons, so I think he's drilling now. Probably 280, 340 off the tee.
Well,
shout out Pops.
Shout out Jimbo. Yeah, absolutely. Go low out there at Whistling, and hope he enjoyed Martis.
Oh yeah, always.
I'm gonna go with a Mr. G favorite here and take the Aussie. I believe he is looking to get into form for the FedEx Cup playoffs. Just watched him play with Rick Shields out at Kings Barnes, Mr. Adam Scott. Hopefully he gets up there on top of the leaderboard on Sunday.
Nice.
G's final pick.
Fuck, I'm up. All right. I'm gonna go with Lacey's cousin, Tyrell Hatton. Coming out at 14.
Tyrell.
Like it.
Going with someone who got special status on the PGA Tour, and that's Tom Kim, named after Thomas the Tank Engine.
We don't need that diatribe again.
He's about to go low.
Damn you, Will Dog.
Drew Young.
You were gonna pick him, Joe?
100%, dude. The kid is drilling,
and
pick he
needs to win. Yeah, is B-Woo playing? What's going on?
I don't know, but did you see B-Woo and freaking Eric Anders Lang?
I listened to that.
Cool.
Fire.
Dude, but did you actually listen to it? He said he grew up. He said he only lived in the Bay Area for X amount of years and then grew up in New York. And I was like, bro.
Well, he did.
He also grew up mostly in Beijing.
No. So B-Woo is from the East Coast, but that was the whole thing. He would come out every summer to Danville and train at Blackhawk with Justin, the Titleist pro. And that was his whole thing because he went to boarding school in New York. So maybe that's his whole association. But he would come out to Blackhawk every summer and train with Justin. That's how we used to play with him, so on and so forth.
Okay. In his words, he said by 8 or 9, he had moved to Beijing. He grew up in California, moved to Beijing, and then came back for high school in Rochester, New York.
And that's where, bro, I was playing with you at that time, so I was tripping. But that makes sense that you come back for summers.
Yeah, during high school and while he was getting recruited to Stanford.
Yeah, because that makes sense. Because I would have been a freshman or sophomore in college, and all those kids at the club / B-Woo would have been going through their high school period. Or I think he was actually 8th grade at the time because he was just so good. I've never seen a guy play better from the tips at Falls. Guy's a stud.
We're going to have to get him on here and ask him personally about his time at Blackhawk. Yeah. Shout out B-Woo. If you're out there, come on the show. We'll talk a little bit Blackhawk.
No doubt. I bet he hasn't holed out from the second hole on
on Falls or Lakes.
Balls.
Well,
Somehow I was there.
I'm going HV3 on the beat.
Ooh, great pick down in the North Carolina land, Mr. Joe.
Yeah.
HV3. All right, that wraps up the picks. Stay tuned for the FedEx Cup playoffs. We've got excitement coming your way. Also, please subscribe to the YouTube. Go ahead and check out Instagram, TikTok, and listen on Spotify if you want to take it on the go. We're out here, 19th Fairway. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time for the FedEx Cup playoffs. Let's go.
Booyah.